oneness in the people surrounding Brother Barack. That told me that he was a messianic voice. See, these are like heralds. You know what a herald is? When the king is coming, excuse me. Barack made a sound that people all over the world were attracted to. Talk to me. There's never been a president that America has produced that has garnered so much sympathy, empathy, hope in the human family as has happened with Barack Obama. Well, he has an African father and a white mother. But I think when you hear the way he spoke over Skip Gates, he had to cool it, you know what I mean? His black start coming out, you know. He had to pull that fella back in. But it shows you that underneath all his brilliance, his magnificence, he's one of the brothers. He's one of the brothers. But if you look at Michael made a sound. In his songs, he didn't have the greatest vocal instrument, but what he got from words. You know, each word is like an atom. The energy of that word is bound up in the word, but it takes the right spirit connecting to that word to explode the word, and the energy of the word comes across, and you feel it. See, a lot of people are orators. That ain't where it's at. But the spirit. See, Michael had an anointed spirit. So did Barack. Now watch. Michael explodes words. So at 10 years old, they say, how could this boy, 10 years old, talk about a life experience that I know he didn't experience? And you could feel Michael when he told them to beat it. When he said, you know, that baby ain't mine. Something like that, I don't know. Gone too soon? You could feel Michael. His sound, as the Bible puts it, his sound went throughout the earth. Michael had a sound that unified human beings of all colors and races and nations and persuasions. That's the work of the Messiah. And since Hoover knew that the Messiah is coming up out of us, then don't be shook up that you got a president now that the whole world is looking to and toward. And you got Michael, whose sound unified people all over the world. I watched and saw people just faint. I mean, this is not just the Beatle experience. This is something divine about this young man that was touching the core of people when he performed. That's divinity. I don't care how it's used. It may be corrupted a little here, a little there, but that's divinity. He was anointed. And when the forces saw that he was changing, when the forces saw that he might use his tremendous popularity to speak what he sang, now Michael is more dangerous than ever. So it matters not that he won the case. It matters not that he paid someone some money, even though he knew he was not guilty. Just let it go away. Whoever advised him, they wanted him to be cash poor, asset rich. And that's the way he died. Cash poor, asset rich. He was creating every night while he was getting ready for this tour. But he couldn't sleep. Because while he slept, his mind was still turning and creating. So he wanted medication to put him to sleep. Doctor, I'm sorry, you blew it. Because as a doctor, that anesthesia that he was given, it wasn't a drug, as drugs are. It's an anesthesia. It's that which you give before an operation. And how I've been under the knife now a few times, I really understand. That stuff is powerful. You know, when I woke up, I told the doctor, I said, excuse the expression, I said, damn. I said, I know why the junkies like this stuff. I mean, I was out. When I woke up, I didn't know where I was. What is it over yet? That's how deep that stuff is. And Michael wanted to be put under so he wouldn't have any mental activity. And the doctor, unfortunately, put him under. And I believe when he went to wake Michael up by, he filled that bag with whatever that is, and it keeps dripping, you stay under. And there was a time that maybe Michael wanted to awaken, to be awakened, but when he went to awaken, brother, something had happened. And I think they may soon charge the doctor with manslaughter. I don't think they could charge him with murder because I really don't believe his motive was to harm Michael. But Michael had a way of getting people to do things for him that wasn't best. And I say this to all of you young people. When you go home and look in the mirror, look at yourself and be pleased with what God has created. Because real beauty is never on the outside.